Now, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depending where on a day. Now, welcome to Obidati Family TV, the program where we day inside now Hope Alive. So today, now be the last day of June. So June don't waka pass. As we enter July, we know say from 3rd of July, now there real things go begin to happen. As per defense where they come from Inec side. Talking about Inec, they don't come out, carry their propaganda, their deceitfulness, all their lies come back again. And the thing don't they go everywhere. So we say today we will deal with that very issue for real. Because Inec, you don't reach us for the neck when they talk. So today, the people will go help me deal with these issues for studio. I have Angel, and for Zoom, I get Dr. Telbert and our IT expert from Canada, and many other obedience where we say then they can be. And that very talk where we want to discuss now about waiting Festus Okoye talk. He say it is not fair to judge the entire performance of the commission on the basis of a glitch in the result upload of the presidential election. You dey hear the man they talk. All those lies where they don't lie. Now don't come back. Begin the talk say him be illiterate. Where digital technology dey. Now waiting they talk for national TV. But we go dive inside. We go hear as in take talk and go hear from our own side. Because even this mainstream media, they know they ask the question where they're supposed to they ask when person like that come their studio. So Angel, I beg greet our people, make we Vano they go.
Good day, my beautiful and fabulous obedient and well-meaning Nigerians. Happy weekend to all of you. Hope so na dey all right. Just few days to go, back to back. They go hear am. Shey na defense we wan enter. They don't even the tension don't hold them. Shebi Dr. tell them say make they change the AC. Some people go slump. Make they even put this van keep for the side because some they go rush then go hospital because e no fair. See as lawyer they call himself illiterate now because of waiting, because of bad thing wey they do. They just they cover their sin. And the more they cover them, the more breeze they blow, they open their nyash more and more. And they tell them say the Nigerians where they know before, no be Nigerians of now. Everybody don't tear eye. They sleep inside internet, they wake up for inside internet. Make they calm down. Make una calm down. Una go hear the main story. Welcome my people.
Okay, NJ, don't talk your own. Dr. Etel, as the thing take happen, this Festus Okoye, it be like say him and the Morga will be Mahmoud Yakubu. Then think say then go just they come all the time, they deceive about 200 million Nigerians. But remember there's a word that says you can deceive some people some of the time, but you cannot deceive them all the time. In don't come out for national TV, they talk something wey be say if you hear the kind verse where you go verse you go give you high blood pressure again. But before you go start with the something, I go want make you hear as in take talk about glitch. Wey be say make you remember when you want tackle this man. Make you remember say somebody will work for AWS, that is waiting then they call that this thing. Amazon Web Services. In don't come talk say the healthiness of that very particular website on that 25th of February 2023 say it can be say nothing happened with it, and he go court swear affidavit talk say nothing happened. Yet Festus Okoye came on national TV. He's still talking about glitch that he cannot even explain what is a glitch. Let's take a listen to what he said so that you take it off from there.
Why the discrepancy?
It's not a discrepancy. We explained to Nigerians that there were challenges with uploading
the presidential election results. And I'm using the word challenges as a layman's way of trying to explain what happened. The commission said that there was a glitch in terms of uploading the presidential election results. But you know, and I've said it times without number, the uploading of the results of the election into the Inec result viewing portal was to build public trust and also for the public to follow what goes on within and around the election process. But as you know, and as I know, the law, the Electoral Act 2022, gives every registered political party the opportunity to nominate polling agents, or what in popular parlance we call party agents, to be its eyes within the various polling units. And most of the political parties did nominate their polling agents. In fact, 3 of the political parties nominated over 176,000 polling agents. One of them nominated around 134,000 polling agents. So what that means is that each political party had the primary evidence at the level of the polling unit of those results. So I find it slightly difficult to understand why almost all the political parties are relying only on results uploaded to the various polling units when they applied to the commission and the commission accredited over 176,000 polling agents for each political party.
But you made the promise that you are going to put it there.
Yes.
You were the one who said IREV is going to work.
Yes.
It's worked in Osun, it worked in Ondo, and you said, I mean Ekiti rather, and you said it's going to work. But you reneged on your promise.
No.
Or you failed on your promise.
No, nobody has said that it did not work. The result, you said it yourself, the results for the senatorial election was uploaded. That of the House of Representatives election was uploaded. Governorship election was uploaded. State Assembly elections were uploaded. And it is only in the uploading of the presidential election results that we had a glitch. And we explained to Nigerians that this was exactly what happened. So it is not...
No, you have not explained to Nigerians what happened.
We did.
No, what did you say happened?
We said there was a glitch in terms of uploading of the presidential election results.
What's the nature of the glitch?
You know,
so was it an issue of network or hosts issues, or what exactly is it? Is it a hardware problem, or the domain where you had your server or your porter domicile that was the problem?
You see, if you drag me into a digital and technological issue, I will get lost because I am basically and fundamentally a lawyer. So as far as I'm concerned, there were challenges with uploading of the presidential election results. That issue of uploading, whether it was a hardware issue, whether it was a software matter, is already before the presidential election petition court, and I will not go into that. Moreover, my knowledge of technology is very, very limited. So if you drag me into technological related issues, I will just get lost in the process.
So this is it. It might not be your expertise.
Yes.
But because this is an engagement that you had with Nigeria, a promise you made to Nigerians, this is Inec, the destiny of Nigerians and the Nigerian people's hopes and aspirations about a process which they believe Inec was going to be transparent and come straight to them. So if there was somebody who was responsible who failed in his duties, or if it was a machine problem or it's a human error, what failed? Is it human or machine?
Well, as an individual, I will have an opportunity of understanding the intricacies of what happened the moment we begin our own internal review process. And also the moment we also begin the external review process.
So INEC does not know now what really happened?
I've told you what I know.
No, the point is, sir,
yes.
And I know, if they take light in this building right now, it could be a generator or from the source, or solar. There are possible 3 ways by which we can generate power in this room right now. If they take light from the source, which is NEPA or PHCN, we put on our generator. If our solar fails, these are possible 3 ways. I'm not in that area, but I could tell you that power will be restored because our engineers are putting on the generator. So it could be that our engineer had gone to have dinner somewhere else, and that was why the gap of the minute in which they took light and we couldn't restore it. So that's what I'm asking. In layman terms, Was it a human error or a machine error?
Well, all I know is that there was...
It is unfortunate if you can hear this man talk this way, that he is not, he will be lost when you talk technology. This is the same man that come out as a electoral commissioner who gives all kind of education, who tells us everything about IREV 186 times. That is the counting. It may be more. Dr. Etel, please, let's start. What is the glitch? What the glitch stands for?
Okay, I am very, very, very happy that Onyeka, who is a technology person, especially with respect to can you hear me? Especially with respect to amazing web services, is here with us. But Festus Okoye said something. He said that he's primarily a lawyer. Okay, so what do lawyers do? Lawyers talk law. Lawyers talk interpretation of constitutions. They try to make their argument with respect to what the law says. Let me help Mr. Festus Okoye with what the law says. Number one, he said that the polling agents were there. Let me quote him the way he put it here. He says that he doesn't understand why people are trying to make a whole lot of issues about uploading when there are the polling agents with respect to coming to get a copy of the law. Please permit me, my video might go because I want to read up something from my system now, what the law says about that. Number one is that the polling agent, the party agent is an optional thing. The law, the Electoral Act 2022, Section 60, subsection 1, 2, 3 reads, and I'm going to present it to Festus Okoye and the public. It says, the presiding officer shall, after counting the votes at the polling units, enter the votes called by each candidate in a form to be prescribed by the commission as the case may be. Section 60, subsection 1. Now, let's move on to the section 60, subsection 2. It says, the form shall be signed, shall be signed. The word shall means must in law. The form shall be signed and stamped by the presiding officer and countersigned, not and shall be, by the candidates or their polling agent where available at the polling unit. Where available. The phrase here is where available. Even if the polling, the party agent is not available, it should be immaterial. Now, it says the presiding officer shall give to the polling agent and the police officer where available, meaning if or the polling the party officer is not available, no law, they have not broken any law, a copy of the completed form after it has been duly signed and provided under section. That's number one. Now, let me take Festus Okoye again back to what he keeps saying, that he didn't know why the nation should be so worried about uploads to IREV. I am going to read once more what the law says, because Festus Okoye, I am surprised. He should be there and be defending the questions that Shegun was asking him with respect to the relevant sections of the Electoral Act that as a lawyer, he is sworn to defend. Now, section 64 of the Electoral Act, subsection 4 says a collation officer or a returning officer after an election shall collate and announce the result of an election, subject to his or her verification. Subject to his or her verification. Just keep that there, I'm coming there. Of her verification and confirmation that the number of accredited voters on the collated result are correct and consistent with the number of accredited voters directly from the polling unit under section 47, subsection 2 of this act. The word again is shall. shall. A collation officer or returning officer after an election shall. This is the way he must do it. Section B, B says the votes stated on the collated result are correct and consistent with the votes or result recorded and transmitted, meaning that at the collation office, there are two documents that a collation officer must, by law, rely on before he announces the result. The physical copy that was shared at the polling unit and the online copy that was uploaded. The reason is because subsection 6 of section 64, section 64 subsection C says, where during collation of result, there is a dispute regarding a collated result or the result of an election from any polling unit, the collation officer or returning officer shall, that is another word which is equal to must, shall use the following to determine the correctness of the disputed result. And what is the following? Number one, it says he must refer to the original of the disputed collated result for each polling unit. Number two, he must also refer to the smart card reader or the technology device used for the accreditation of voters in each polling unit where the election is disputed for the purpose of obtaining accreditation data directly from the smart card reader or technology. Number three, he must also look at the data of accreditation recorded and transmitted directly from each polling unit where the election is disputed. 4, the votes and result of the election recorded and transmitted directly from each polling unit. So the question now is this. So the question now is, if Festus Okoye says, if Festus Okoye says, can you still hear me, please, Mr. Chidi?
Yes, please, Onyeka, mute yourself, please.
So if Festus Okoye says that he is a legal person who deals with matters of law, I have given him sections of the Electoral Act that makes it impossible to even declare a result without an upload on the IREV. So when people are talking IREV, they are not talking IREV because they made a promise according to what Shegun is saying. I keep saying that they don't have any promise to make. They have a law to fulfill. And they breached based on section 60 and section 64, particularly section 64 that I've read now. It makes it mandatory that before a result is declared from any collation level, where they will enter the result in EC8B, there must be result on the IREV. When they move on to EC8C, which is the local government, or the EC8D, which is the state, there will always be reference to what is on the IREV. Let me give us an example here. For instance, if you remember the BBC report that we have online here, anybody can go and check it. In a local government in Rivers State, which is not the popular Obiopo, Oyibo local government in Rivers State, APC scored at the local government level 2,731. But what was announced was 16,630, which means they added 13,899 to APC. Labour Party scored 22,289, but they called for Labour Party 10,784, which means they deducted 11,505 from Labour Party. Now, the law says before this result is declared, there will be dispute. And the only way this result must be finally declared is that dispute will take everybody back to the IREV, where they will see the result, did the recalculation before they announce it. But because no information was on the IREV, The collation officer went ahead and declared what he feels like, depriving Labour Party a total of 19,558 votes that they were supposed to, that Labour Party was supposed to lead APC. Now, my worry again is, if Shegun, probably the media in Nigeria, had been asking INEC the right questions, they won't be coming here to talk as if they were sponsored to talk here. Because the way you look at it now makes it impossible. If I were to be the person interviewing Festus Okoye, I will refer Festus Okoye, a lawyer, to Section 60 of the Electoral Act. Let him explain to the world what Section 60, subsection 3, subsection 4, and subsection 5, and subsection 6 means. I will refer him to Section 64 when he keeps talking about Section 6, yes. And then I'll refer him to Section 64 too, or the subsection 3, 4, 5, and 6. What does that mean? Because if he is ever able to explain it well, I bet you that Festus Okoye will either resign or he will tell the world publicly, INEC messed up. So I don't know what he's talking, but let me also say, it does not mean that agents do not have the result. But as you can see, the law did not place enough probate value on the result that party agents have. The highest probate value comes on the result that INEC has, because INEC is the regulator. After that one, maybe the police, because police is a department of the government. So what Labour Party has done, and I need to remind us again, is that they forced INEC to certify all those mutilated results, all those blank results, and bring it over to the court to admit as evidence, so that when the judges now sees that INEC does not have a result, the value of the agent's result will come in. It will be mistakenly to think that our lawyers or P2B does not know what he's saying when he says, I won the election and I will prove it. So Festus Okoye, as a lawyer, I don't know, he should go and check his law degree, because as a lawyer, he should be thinking and be quoting offhand relevant sections of the Electoral Act when he's defending himself, other than making it look like they were just making promises to us. Thank you. I think Onyeka should come in now and equally tell the world that we don't have any glitches anyways, because there was no glitches.
Yeah, before I get to Onyeka, I want to make our people understand, say, this something where Festus Okoye quickly run to the media, go channels television, go begin the talk. Now, because of waiting European Union report, now then go there, make them go see how them go talk, say, then they unfair. So when they talk, say that they are unfair to them, they are talking about the European Union report, which we mentioned yesterday. So your guy will be Mahmoud Yakubu consent that make him go that place, make him go lie some more. But here we go break them down as we get experts even for that glitches thing. Onyeka will be experts from Canada. The AWS something, it talk say it dey healthy, very, very healthy. But make I not take him mouth chop on us in there here, make him tell us how healthy that very website dey, because it don't work with AWS, that's Amazon Web Services. Onyeka, abeg, talk to us. Are you there? Okay, while we wait for Onyeka to unmute, we are waiting for him to unmute. Make we look at other things we be say e dey on, and that is another Onyeka, are you there now?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Okay, please go on. So, talk to us about these glitches, your Amazon Web Services.
Yeah, can you hear me now? So when they talk about glitch, just like a picture example, I don't know if you can bring it up, because each time in every morning there is a billboard that shows every transmission that is going on in each location, right? today, take a look at this dashboard here showing up right now. It shows the health status of AWS on the 25th of February. So when you take a look at this health status, if there is any problem, the status here that is showing green, showing orange, because there is a problem. It will be showing us that there is a technical problem in a location. If it's in Nigeria, it will show us that there is a technical problem in this social location. So when the AWS expert came in, he was able to present something like this to us to prove to Inec that on that day there was no technical glitches. But my problem with Festus Okoye and Mahmoud, they don't know what technical glitches are and what are caused technical glitches. They are just saying it. Maybe they heard it from someone. So that is why the AWS, the lady that came to show them the health status, this is an example of how it looks like. If there is a problem on that day, on the health status, it will be showing to everyone and everyone will see it clear here. But the lady was able to present something similar to this to let them know there is no technical glitches. You guys shut down the beavers for this result not to be transmitted, because that is what they did, Mahmoud and Festus Okoye. What the most important, the most painful aspect of it is, like I used to say, they are dealing with the wrong generation. They don't know what they are doing. Everything has totally changed. And Festus Okoye and Mahmoud, they are messing up with the wrong generation. Can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So they messed up with the wrong generation. When you look at that glitches that he's talking about, glitch is just an error within the operating system or within this within a piece of software. And if you have Amazon to host your event that you are going to do, the last stage for the circle of building your information, you're developing your software, we have to test it. And when Amazon tests this and it's ready to go, it's impossible for you to have what we call technical glitches or problem, because this has been tested before it can be deployed. And if peradventure that there is technical glitches, Amazon have to pay Nigeria. They have to compensate us for what happened. So if there have been technical glitches, Amazon would have written to, they would have let the whole world, oh, there is a technical glitches. This is why this could not be transformed, and it is from our own end. And that is why this lady was able to bring out this statute to us to prove to us that there is nothing wrong with AWS dashboard. Everything is clear there. It is showing on the billboard of AWS that this election, this status is good, and everything is showing as it is on the dashboard. But Inec, Mahmoud and Festus Okoye, they have connived with APC to switch off the beavers so that this could not go inside as planned. So that is what they did on that day. They should stop telling the whole world about technical glitches, because when I look at them saying technical glitches, it makes me run mad, because they are dealing with people who are too smart, people who can transfer the word with coding. They are dealing with people who know more than they do. So they are thinking it's business as usual. It's not business as usual. This is the wrong generation. You can't be beating someone every time and you expect to be beating him all the time. It's not possible. So that is what happened to Inec and Festus Okoye, claiming glitches. They are just, maybe they heard the English for the first time in their life and they never make research to know what a glitch and what will cause glitches. So that is it. That's the essence of that dashboard that is showing there, to show the status, to show, because if there is any problem, you will see the dashboard go orange. That is to show there's any problem. So being the fact that there is no orange transmitted on that dashboard on that day, meaning that AWS is 100% working. Festus Okoye and Mahmoud know what they did, so they should tell Nigerians what they did.
Sorry, Onyeka,
thank you.
Sorry, Onyeka, ask just one question. Which is just to help the layman. The question is it ever possible that a whole country is depending on a service provider like Amazon to be able to secure the infrastructure for their presidential election that would determine who will be the commander-in-chief of that country. And the glitch happens without that company raising an alarm during or even after to say, please, Nigerians, we have recognized where we had a little problem, at least to tell Nigerians. Till today, Inec, Amazon has kept mute. And you just said something now that they will pay Nigeria compensation for that. And explain more, please.
Okay, why I said they will compensate Nigeria and let Nigeria know, because it is their own fault. If, for instance, you like the way we do here in Canada, you are free to return something when the thing is not good. And in this aspect, Amazon has given you their word that we are capable and we are good. That's why they hire the best of the best. Amazon cannot hire you, and if you don't know what to do there. So why I said they're supposed to compensate Nigeria, come out on public to tell Nigerians that we are sorry. This happened on that particular day, and it is our own fault. It's either they refund the money because they couldn't do it. It's either, that's how they do here. It's either they refund the money back to Nigeria, the money that Nigeria paid them to host the service. Because what is the essence of paying you when you couldn't do your job? That's how we work here in overseas, right? We can't pay you when you couldn't do your job. So if Festus Okoye and Sokoma will say, okay, we paid Amazon to host it, and because there was a technical glitch, which means it's Amazon's fault, not Nigeria's fault. But Amazon has come out to tell you that this is not our fault. Everything worked flawlessly.
Okay, finally, please, sorry, Chidi, before we get out of this, please, I want to encourage our audience and all Nigerians, with respect to what Festus Okoye said, claiming that he's a lawyer, okay, that INEC completely breached the whole of Section 64 of the Electoral Act when they did not upload, because especially Section 64 from subsection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they breached all of them, 6 subsections. And there is no way they can be telling us, why are we talking about IREV? Because we are trying to say, you broke the law. You broke the law. And it says here, if the dispute resolved that occurred in Section 6 were otherwise found not to be correct, the collation officer or returning officer shall recollate again and announce the result again using the information that has been stated in subsection 6 of Section 64. What I read now is subsection 7. Now, what it means is that when President Olusegun Obasanjo was writing the INEC chairman as a former president and commander-in-chief of Nigeria, saying, why don't you hold on? People are calling you to look at the problems that was existing. He refused to even listen to the president. When Dino Melaye was in the collation center saying, there is a law that stipulates how you collate, and when there is a dispute, let us go back so that we can recollate this thing, because what you're announcing is wrong. INEC chairman says he will do it later. Yet, whilst we are sleeping, he announced the final result without resolving any dispute at all. And he couldn't have resolved any dispute at all without referring to what is on the IREV, which means INEC chairman, Festus Okoye, and every other rank and file officer of INEC that did collation breached Section 64 of the Electoral Act.
Okay.
Thank you.
Before we go out from this IREV and the glitch, I want to bring it to our attention, our viewers, for you to know that Festus Okoye was very, very clear when he said you must look at the collated results and then you look at what is obtainable on IREV before you can get to the final results. That is what he said on national television. And countless times, wherever they go, even Yakubu and him himself, everywhere where they go talk say na real-time transmission. I also want to remind us, say the reason why they introduced this new electoral law, now because of waiting they happen, if you finish voting, if they carry and come out, then go change the result. So then come talk say from that place where it dey, make them post and make people they say am so that we will not go begin to doubt them. Now the clear thing where then they talk everywhere. Say e no go move because if it they go hijack am for road, then go throw away this one and that one. But now from that very place, as you see the things on the screen, producer, if you display them, transmit a clear image for purposes of collation. This goes to IREV. Put it on the screen, let our people understand it's coming from their website. They cannot disregard IREV portal. Everything they have said before the election is about IREV portal. But now they are saying we are unfair to them. European Union is unfair to them when they talk about IREV because it's the transparency they are bringing about. So let us be mindful of that. The other thing is Festus Okoye, he also suggested that Labour Party and PDP lawyers, they no know wetin dem dey do. As in take talk am, he say the subpoena wey dem serve, they no know who dem go serve subpoena. You dey hear that kind thing? How many years practice na Festus Okoye get as a lawyer compared to Ibazu San and Liviu Zokwu and all those big san wey full the whole of these petitioners? Now you go to talk say they no know how a subpoena suppose go, but we go deal with them. Make we hear as in take talk am, then we go react.
Well, for instance, if a subpoena is directed to the chairman to produce a particular document, and a deputy director, an assistant director, or even a director in the commission can produce that particular document, the chairman doesn't necessarily need to appear in person to just produce a press statement issued by a national commissioner.
But the Inec chairman was subpoenaed in person to appear before the tribunal in person.
No, you know, there are different classes of subpoena. There is the subpoena that, and I want to explain in a layperson's language. There is the subpoena that is issued for you to just come and produce a document and go away. There's also a subpoena that is issued for you to come and testify on behalf of a petitioner or on behalf of a respondent. So it depends on the type of subpoena that is issued. If a subpoena is issued directed to the chairman of the commission, asking him to appear and testify, the chairman will definitely appear. But you know, the election petitions procedure is completely different. If you want to do that type of thing, there's a possibility that, one, you have to upload the witness statement of the person you want to even subpoena. Or you give the person notice of what you want the person to come and say. You don't just issue a subpoena and say, come and testify. The person must know what he or she is coming to do. So it depends on the type of subpoena.
So they didn't give you all of this information? All of these were not provided?
What I'm saying is that the ones I saw directed to the chairman of the commission required and requested him to produce certain documents. And all those documents that were requested from the chairman were produced by different directors and different staff of the commission. So we produced all the documents that were required of us to produce. Now, the flip side of it was that there were also some documents that were cloned, that were circulating in the social media that did not emanate from the commission, which the commission had already disowned. And then they issued a subpoena and asked us to produce documents that did not emanate from us. And we said we don't have such documents, and that, in fact, we had even issued a press statement before, during that particular period, saying that such a document does not exist, and we don't have such a document. So the chairman of the commission answered all the subpoena that were issued and directed at him.
Except the fact that he didn't appear in person like they wanted him to appear.
He doesn't necessarily need to appear in person. What the tribunal requires is that a particular document required by the petitioners or by the respondents should be produced, and that particular document was produced. It does not matter which officer of the commission produced that particular document.
Because the allegations are also...
You can, on I don't hear how Festus Okoye take the lie both from in head, from in ears, and in back. First, with the question where they ask am whether they no do direct subpoena, make Inec chairman come. He begin they do He no answer that one. He carry enter another one. Then the one where they talk say they circulate for social media. Now the one where be say signed by himself. That very press statement where sign where would they show here almost all the time. Where they talk say they won't discard IREV, they no one use IREV. Their chairman talk about them, and na him Festus Okoye na him sign them. That's why I say if these people they lie for this mainstream media, they know they ever ask them that thing because they know. All of them know say this thing when they talk say they no bring and come. Now the press statement signed by him Festus Okoye. Now in the talk about Dr. Tell, you feel they react from the fact where in the talk say like our lawyers no know what thing then they do.
What I wanted to say is number one, I wish that if it is possible, Chidi, you have to try and go and bring Festus Okoye to Hope Alive TV. We need to interview him so that we can ask him relevant questions that Nigerian press are afraid of asking him. Like they should have asked him the question, if there is a dispute during the process of collating a result, what should be done? Let us know if he will not shoot himself in the leg. Anyway, that is by the way. But let me come to put it this way. Someone like maybe Onyechi Ikpeazu, there is what is called a litigation lawyer. I don't know if Festus Okoye is a litigation lawyer, but Onyechi Ikpeazu is not just a litigation lawyer. He is an election tribunal expert when it comes to litigation. That is his specialty. He is the same person who handled Peter Obi's case in 2003 when they said if you are not part of PDP, you can never win. PDP had the presidency, the PDP had the House of Assembly in Anambra State, everything. And Peter Obi was the APGA. He stood his ground. He looked at every bit of the law, even though our Electoral Act then was fraught with a lot of confusion, but the man was able to sift all the information and used it to prosecute the case of Peter Obi for 3 years in the court, and he won. If fast forward to 2022, 2023, when this Electoral Act was signed into law, one of the governorship elections that was conducted under this was Anambra State. I don't know if Edo State was included, but and Osun State. There was a dispute between the PDP governorship candidate and that of APC in Osun State. Onyechi Ikpeazu is one of the spearhead of the lawyers that litigated the case of PDP under Electoral Act 2022. What it means, Inec was called as a respondent there, and APC was called. Onyechi Ikpeazu's team flunked Inec at Osun State, dealt with them at the appeal court and Supreme Court, and won hands down. This Onyechi Ikpeazu, Levi Uzoku, Okutepasan, all these people are senior advocates of Nigeria. Festus Okoye, who is not even a minimum advocate yet, is coming to tell us that they don't know the right subpoena to issue. He's coming to tell someone who had dealt in the same territory and has stars as a general, who has won both at the state level and the federal level, but the kind of subpoena to issue. Nigerians, can you believe him? They are here just to cover, like Chidi said, European Union statement and revelation is biting them. And they are doing PR management. I will be surprised if they are not the people who write the softball questions sent to channels to ask them all these questions he's massaging here. I need Festus Okoye to come to Hope Alive TV. Let me ask him 3 questions. If he answers that 3 questions correctly, according to what is written in the Electoral Act, I can even beg Peter Obi to go and sit down. But if he fails to answer it, we can tell Nigeria that INEC is just doing what? Playing catch up. They are playing catch up because all these things he's saying in the radio and in the media, he can't say it in the court because he'll be saying it under oath in the court. Let Festus Okoye come over to to the court from Monday and let him be asked questions under oath, he will change what he's saying because he will remember Electoral Act in those days. Thank you.
Okay, my people, when I don't hear Festus, so we go to mind the kind things where we say we go to hear from Festus because he don't already talk say him be illiterate when it concern anything where be digital. As in take talk am, he say he will be lost. Now so in take talk am. So anytime when come out for any mainstream media, can they talk anything concern a portal, website, this one, that one, I beg, make anybody wey fit call in if they get phone number, make them tell am make he shut up because he don't talk for open TV, say he no know anything about am. I know the time wey be say this same Festus come announce say technical glitches say in due course say im go send their own people make them come amend, make them come talk the thing as it take be, say na their technical people. If una my producers, if una still get that letter of Festus Okoye where in suppose come court, make una for display and make them for see. As in talk say na social media, na in then they ask them to bring documents where come out from social media. Make I show una that document. When they talk today say na for social media, na in the document, they say they don't come out themselves, say no be them bring the document. If them bring am up, I go show una. One of the things when I want make una take home from this talk be say Inec no get any trust at all. Second, they no be independent. Everything where they do na the thing where they mastermind. It be like say my producers don't put this thing for screen. Now make una they look this screen, make this thing there here. Alleged plot to abandon the transmission of polling unit results to IREV portal. This thing they come out from Inec with logo, everything. Our attention has been drawn to the report in a section of the media of alleged plans by the Commission to rig the 2023 general election by abandoning the direct and real-time electronic upload of polling unit results to the Inec result viewing portal, IREV, by the registration area technical support staff. They say this claim is patently false. I go stop and for you. I'm going to carry and go up. Who signed this letter? Go down to the bottom. I beg make una show us that very bottom. Who signed them? Make una check whether no be Festus signature be this. Make una go find documents where Festus don't sign. If no being signed this, yet him come out for national TV. Come they talk say, then they ask them to bring documents where emanate from social media. Now document be this. Whether this one come out from social media, now una go take us judge. Make una know say everything where these people they talk, all of them na big lie. And they not even supposed come. Now Yakub we won't hear from him. Recall again before election. The same Festus Okoye come out when they talk 25% of Abuja. In talk say na in chairman go fit clarify that one. No, say no biam. In chairman no come. Even when they write them several letters, come out for national TV, they ask and make them talk their position. They no talk. The chairman no come out. Final, in decide how he want take the 25% for Abuja. So their lies they too much, and we no need to they hear anything from them except jail time. That is it. Now we not say the government where they feel no get power to say make this man come out for that seat, but this man, all this governorship like Kogi now, then don't they prepare to do governorship election for Kogi. Now this same man, now he go conduct that election. Now question I won't ask Dr. Etel, what is the credibility of this same man conducting any other election in Nigeria, especially Kogi that is coming and other governorships on that is coming, when we see clearly that all he represents is all lies? Please, let's have 1 minute of your contribution on that.
Simple thing to understand. APC is currently the government in power in Kogi State. APC is currently the government in power in Aso Rock. It is in the power of the president to determine who is the INEC chairman. The INEC chairman we are complaining about, we are alleging that is an extension of, that INEC is now an extension of APC. So the simple question is, who is talking about credibility? APC is going to Kogi State to conduct another election where APC is contesting. There is no credibility in it. We have even heard about the governorship candidate of APC in Kogi State telling us that he's a woman, one, and that he's richer than every other governor, two. And there is a news making round that he's related to the current governor of Kogi State, three. And how would you expect even the Asorok, who has the power to hire and fire INEC chairman, not to compensate him for the job well done? Remember, it is one hand, the left hand washed the right, and the right washed the left. Now, INEC has washed the hand of APC to occupy Asorok. APC should, through Asorok, keep on washing the hand of Mahmoud and INEC to keep on perpetuating their rape across Nigeria, pending on when a clear mandate is declared and a government that we believe we have confidence in, that will be neutral, comes to power. And then we will know the future and the fate of INEC. So far, there is no difference between INEC and APC. And they're just expanding, expanding their kingdom.
You get some of the tweets where we say, as in the lie they go. You get some tweets where we say they don't tweet, where they don't it come out even from their site. I go one make our producer for sure our people once again. Some of the things where we say they don't do put for their site tweets, and there's something they don't go delete most of them. Make una they foresee some of those things where we say they don't delete. Make then they show them for screen. Make una for they see as the thing take they go. When we when you finish show our people all these things where they for the deleted tweets where we still get, I go want make on a position to show them waiting happen for I think Plateau State. Waiting we carry go court for Plateau State, because according to the Beavers CTC, on a fit, if I don't show that one finish, make our people see what thing they happen with the all the things where them post for their Twitter where we say they don't delete finish. If I show that one finish, I beg make una put this the something where we carry go court last week, that Beaver CTC copy were obtained by Labour Party legal team where we submit for Tribunal. That one where they for Plateau State. Okay, be like said and don't bring them for screen. If on a low screen now, when I go see the kind thing where happen for Plateau State, notwithstanding the good news that is from that very Plateau, but when I go here, the wuru also where they there. Beavers, this is certified through copy of Beavers, so the accreditation from Beavers, they show 1,069,459. That is Beavers accreditation. Then INEC can give announcements of 1,139,393. If you do the add and minus and you reduce, you go see say the overvoting way they there na 69,934. Dr. Etel Sabi explained this kind of numbers past me myself. Meaning votes have been added for a certain candidate. When you look at that from EC8D, all those things where we carry go inside, now in this court needs to look. That's why some people go talk say the quantum of evidence where they with this. I make on see that form where would they talk. Display the form. They fit no see the whole figures for there, but make on a look am. Waiting on they see for screen now. Now that very particular form where would they talk. INEC go they give wrong figures everywhere. Waiting on I see here. Now something where we say it don't enter court as evidence. Now for this our judiciary to do the right thing, now be our own. Because most of the figures they stranded with the figures where they don't provide us. Anyone where you open, you go see their mistake anywhere from this side. But what we are saying in all is that Mahmoud should appear starting from next week so that we can do our cross-examination. Make Mahmoud not send anybody, not even Festus Okoye. He should come and answer the Nigerian people. That is the way I want to just round it up, because our time don't give us signal. I thank Dr. Tel as he take due justice to this nonsense where this Festus Okoye come talk for mainstream media. And I thank Onyeka where show us that and say Amazon Web Services, they show you say the thing they very healthy on 25th, no glitch. Our producer show me again, people will be say they know day that time, just put them for screen. Make them no say even this place where they talk say glitch day. Then this our expert from Canada. Don't screenshot something out for us now. Say make we show. That name with the show, and that thing as they screen, he say everywhere they green. Everywhere is on green. It means it's healthy, that very site is healthy. If the House of Reps will work, if the Senate own go work, and only president own the work, why we not go believe this report where they come out from Amazon Web Services, say their site there well, nothing like glitch. These people should stop lying to Nigerians and go to mainstream media and continue talking about glitches. It is annoying. Now, my people, finally, as we won't round up, I know say as we did now, other people no go hear this thing. Then go hear the one of channels plenty. Then go hear all the lies where they there. But the truth where we they bring out here, then fit no hear them. So I encourage everybody where they here, will be obedient and well-meaning Nigerian. Make una share this video, make una like and share them. Now the thing where you fit do for P2B for now. And I encourage una say our this thing they open now. Our Zoom link they open for meeting. You fit join that Zoom link. Dr. Tel dey there now, and once I round up here, I go join, because we need to have a meeting to see how we must make Mahmoud to come for cross-examination. And Mahmoud must come to court and answer us. That is how we are going to go. Before I leave, I carry my kaya comot, give Angel the next thing where make she finish up. I go say, make we say the lovers of democracy. Make our producer, please, give me that video when I tell you, say, if me I want kaya come out for studio, make you help me put one video like that, where they show people where we say, they no go keep their silence just as we stay. Because if you keep your silence, now be say, you myself don't join the distance. So you don't need to keep your silence. Put up that very video. Everybody must join the chorus and talk.
To lovers of true democracy, please remain peaceful, but do not be silent. Do not despair. No matter what happens, you spoke up, and you should be celebrated. Despite being disenfranchised, despite being deprived of your rights to vote, you have held on. Silence in the face of injustice borders on consent or even complicity. To those of you who have been paid, I am not even mad at you. It just hurts that you refuse to see the scheme. We can't all jump on a bandwagon simply because it's the trendy thing to do. Democracy was murdered in a way Nigeria has never known in its recent history. And there will never be a justification for it. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody simply because of an accident of birth. Ever heard of the bystander effect? Those who do nothing because it isn't popular to do anything suffer the consequences. Because before you know it, the oppressor sways your way of thinking. You may laugh at those fighting for your democracy now because your preferred candidate is in power. And you may feel more popular, more powerful. Some of those who were even at the forefront of the NSAS protests have suddenly been demonized. Why? Because we've all been brainwashed and divided. What changed between 2020 and now? The same democracy we were all crying for is what only some are still crying for, but alone. Some were bought over. Why? Because everybody has a price, right? And this is simply because it no longer suits your interest, or so you think. What happened to some of the Sorosoke, aka the coconut head generation? Are you suddenly afraid to speak? Why? Because it serves your interest, or have you just maybe completely given up on Nigeria? Well, let me tell you. The Sorosoke generation has fallen prey to being cheated. Obedience weren't the only ones cheated. We all were, because we've been robbed of true freedom. You may hate those speaking truth to power now, but two things are inevitable. Posterity will forever thank them, and your hatred of them will never ever match their love for Nigeria. These are people who have absolutely nothing to lose, but are fighting for you at the risk of their lives, their mental health, and their reputation. You laugh because
Kaya comes for studio, waiting I want as silence is the face of injustice, corruption, intimidation, and oppression. Please, let your voice be heard. Angel, greet our people. Make we carry Kaya they go.
My well-meaning Nigerians, my obedient people, the thing tire me. I don't know whether it tire you. Because the thing where they come on for Festus Okoye mouth is so appalling. The thing no make head. That is, it no get meaning. It sounds like a broken record. How can you be talking, in the morning you talk another one, in the evening you talk another, after showing his ugly face in the national television for how many times? Then at the end of the day, where they don't mess up, instead of them to come out to say, oh, Nigerians, we are sorry, oh, Nigerians, this happened, then they bring one grammar saying a glitch. Who they want to see? The young Nigerians, where they sleep and wake up for internet, I always said Nigerians are far ahead of them. Before they even talk, before they even think, Nigerians don't act. Nigerians don't see them. Don't collect the results, keep for them. They wait for in lies. Because if in lie one, he go find 10 lies to cover the other one. But you no go work. You no go, it don't late. It don't late, we say it don't late. They for do the needful in the beginning. But as they don't collect bribe, keep for pocket, they buy property, no problem. Now make the judiciary give us what we need. Make them write their name for good. Now it be our own. Because this thing where in the yarn for television, the thing just they vex me. Now make I no one talk. The thing they vex me inside. My bone marrow, the thing they vex me reach there. I don't know about you, but I don't declare Mahmoud wanted. Whether he like him or yes, on Monday, he must appear. He must appear. No peace for the wicked. He no go get rest of mind. And say comot sleep and rest from our eyes. More than 200 million Nigerians. Sleep no go there in eye. No peace for them. Till he talk the truth. Judiciary, the board there on our court. May una do the right thing. Give us the justice. Justice and fairness. We don't ask for too much. Just give us what we voted for. The man where we vote for. Now we want. Shikena, peace go there. Everybody go there happy. My people, subscribe, like, and share. Make others they hear what they go on. Make others they hear say, Festus Okoye never sit down. Instead they lie. When he conclude, he go come out again, lie another one. He conclude, he go come out again, lie. But no problem. Monday, na another thing. We go hear them. I don't ready for them. I know say you too, you don't ready. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much, Dr. Tel. Thank you, Engineer Onyeka. Thank you. Now God bless you. My obedient people, thank you. God bless you. Stay well. Don't find trouble. We love you. God loves you more. Bye for now.